Today, we're looking at Super Mario Bros. For the NES. Super Mario Bros. For the NES was released in 1985 by Nintendo. This is a side-scrolling adventure game. Players must rescue Princess Toadstool, a princess being held by the evil King Koopa. The game involves climbing mountains, crossing seas, avoiding bottomless pits, fighting many different enemies, and overcoming traps with the help from different power-ups you will find throughout the game. Remember, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps us the channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So, is Super Mario any good today? Here is our review of Super Mario Bros. For the NES. Now, there's not much of a story to this game. As stated in the manual, the Mushroom People were attacked one day by the evil Koopa tribe, which was headed by King Koopa, Bowser. Black magic was used to transform the people of the Mushroom Kingdom into plants, blocks, and other objects, essentially destroying the kingdom. Princess Toadstool is the only one capable of removing the black magic, but she has been imprisoned by Bowser and cannot help. After learning of the Mushroom People's situation, Mario makes the decision to go save the princess from Bowser. And that's pretty much it. Of course, the manual contains the entire story summary, but when you launch the game, the action begins immediately and there are no story at all. Quite typical for games of this era. The controls for this game are easy to use and understand. To move, just use the D-pad. Press A for jumping and B for running. Mario is manageable and has good movement. There are also levels where swimming is necessary. You repeatedly press A to swim. And there are a ton of enemies here to try to stop you, like flying Koopa Troopers, slow-moving Goombas, Bullet Bills among others. Since Mario can often defeat enemies by simply jumping on them or hitting a block underneath them, the game's sheer variety and creativity are a big part of what makes this so much fun. Of course, there are many enemies that you can't jump on, but there are some power-ups to pick up. Mario has a few power-ups that can impact his abilities. A small Mario will perish in a single blow and is unable to smash blocks with his head. When Mario becomes Super Mario after consuming a mushroom, he is able to take hits, survive, and break blocks. Fire Mario is even more superior since he can launch 2 fireballs that can instantly eliminate enemies at a far distance. Since his fireballs can destroy enemies that you otherwise couldn't touch, Fire Mario is the true powerhouse. Mario can destroy anything he touches and become invincible by using the invincibility star. Collecting coins will earn you 1 more life for every 100 coins. Not every level in this game are the same. Some are just standard ground platform levels, while others are fortress levels with lava, fireballs, and obstacles to avoid. Some even had maze-like obstacles that could only be unlocked by taking different routes. Still others are cave levels and hidden passageways and warp pipes everywhere. It's obvious from the start that these levels were designed at a very grid-based design, and Nintendo crafted each level one by one with great care. Naturally, this is one of the reasons Mario controls feel so good. It's fascinating how the levels were drawn by hand and then scanned into the computers. The graphics look fantastic for a very early NES game, even though they are blocky. While the game does feature a lot of brown, some of the later games have more color. There are also plenty of blue skies, green hills, and white clouds. When it comes to changing up the location, Super Mario Bros. Does a respectable job of sending you underground in some levels, swimming levels. Additionally, there are boss levels that have castle settings with lava traps all over them at the conclusion of each world. It's likely that you'll appreciate listening to the fantastic music and sound effects of this game from the moment you begin your first playthrough. There is a sense of adventure to some of the tracks, like the underground scenes, and the overall tracks will stick with you for hours after you turn off the game. From the original level 1 music tunes to the airy tunes of the underground levels to the calming melody of the water levels and even the haunting fortress level. When you obtain a super mushroom or fire flower, you hear a ton of transformation sounds, a 1-up sound when you grab a green mushroom, and even a mesmerizing music of the Starman. With the majority of the typical beeps and bloops appearing everywhere you go, whatever you're doing throughout the game, these straightforward but impactful points are what really launches the series, and you'll discover that the title is well worth playing repeatedly just for the nostalgic appeal of the soundtrack. The audio effects in this game are also excellent. Mario has amazing sound effects whenever he jumps around or swims, and breaking blocks sounds satisfying. The sound design that blends in perfectly with the game itself. The audio is extremely excellent, even with the small number of tracks. Super Mario Bros. On the NES is where it all began. Nothing has changed, and the game's nostalgic value far outweighs its retail price, regardless of whether you purchase it separately or part of a combination title. You really can't go wrong with this game. It has action, adventure, and any serious NES player should add it to their collection. Overall, I still had a lot of fun with this game, just as much as I did way back in 1989 when I got our first Nintendo system. This is a fantastic game with really well thought out levels, unique enemies, and excellent gameplay. Super Mario Bros. For the NES is definitely worth playing today. That's why Super Mario Bros. For the NES is getting a 9 out of 10. That would do it for this review. What did you think about Super Mario Bros. For the NES? Please leave comments below to share your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you here on the next episode. Have a great day.